Practical psychology counseling for adult child and teen. So every chapter in this book is a condition. It's the emotional turbulence. We don't call it psychological condition because psycho, mental, they are not good words. So you have to use a customer-friendly word, emotional turbulence. So they like this. So they have visited already 3, 4 counselors, but you are the one who is using emotional turbulence. They will remember you. Probably they will come back to you if you apply your learnings from this book. Every condition is emotional turbulence, anxiety, stress, depression, OCD, bipolar disorder, ADHD in adults, ADHD in child, ADHD in adolescent, personality disorders, eating disorders, schizophrenia, hopelessness, loneliness. So all these are the common conditions which you are going to see in your practice. Schizophrenia is a rare case and you should try to avoid unless you are emotionally strong yourself. So there is one chapter in the book, do not lose your sanity while managing the insane. So you have to take care of that. Whatever is your comfort level, you manage those clients. If you're not comfortable managing clients who are crying or they are depressed, better you should not do that. Yeah. If you are not able to manage manipulative clients, yeah, like your husband, so you should, yeah, for you, your wife, yeah. So not you. So you should not manage personality disorder clients, schizophrenia clients. What is a narcissist? Narcissist is a person, he will do something, she will do something. Why he? So he or they will do something. And when you say them, you are doing this mistake, you are doing this wrong. So they will make you believe you are at fault. That's how you know a narcissist in a relationship. Along with narcissism, very closely goes psychopathy. So those who are narcissists, there is a more likelihood they will have psychopathic tendencies. How to identify that? They will do something risky behaviors. They will not care for people surrounding them. They will talk something which is not, you will feel, no, this is wrong actually. Yeah. But out of respect or out of relationship or out of something, some relation you have to accept them. They will behave irrational. They will act irrational and talk irrational. Either they will have episodes or every time they do this, they might have these episodes, right? If you feel someone is irrational in their talk, behavior, or actions, you have to be careful. Then along with that, one more thing goes. Yeah? So there are some people who like to show off. Yeah, some people, they want attention. Yeah. So they want to be the center of the party. Yeah. So some people, they attend the class and good evening, sir. Good morning, sir. Okay. Thank you, sir. Good class. There are some people who are like, sir, I have joined the class. Yeah. Uh-huh. Sir, I'm busy. I have to leave the class. So what I do in this case, I call this person. I say, you are not a VIP. You don't need to announce that you joined the class, you are leaving the class. No one cares. Especially I don't care. And other people don't know you, you are insignificant. That's why you have the need to show yourself that you're so significant, you're doing like this, grabbing the attention. So instead of doing that, you focus on yourself and try working and growing. If you find some people around you like this, either at workplace or in relation or anywhere in the society where you live, better you stay off with them. They're going to spoil your mood. They're going to spoil you, your emotions. You should not be mentioning the relations here because this is not a therapy session. So if you need help, I can allocate someone from my team. And if you are the one who want to be part of my team, then you can join my internship. My internship is the best way to get clients for lifetime. And you get paid also for lifetime. So it's kind of a career path. So you join the internship for 12 months, you manage some clients, online consultations as per your convenient time. Mutually, you give the time. 10 hours per week is sufficient. It's online. So this is only internship where you get to practice on real clients. Okay. Then after 12 months, you start getting paid clients. That continues for lifetime. So you don't need to worry where I will bring the clients, where I will earn, how will I earn. So that problem is solved. Now, once you're start managing the client, there comes two problems. One is the review. Yeah, these are psycho clients. Yeah. So they are going to sometimes threaten you. They are going to say something to spoil your mood, or they are going to write something about you. Yeah. So my team takes care of that part. The second, very less likely, but yeah, serious, comes a medical legal issue. So I have a legal team for that takes care of that. So you are protected. You just need to focus on earning money. While you are earning money, how many of you want to earn more? Uh, there might be some people who want to earn more, and there might be some people who want to earn average. Yeah. You can be average, but earning average is romanticizing poverty, So who wants to earn average and who wants to earn more? There might be someone out of the, psychotic episode may say she wants to or he wants to earn less. So I don't know. Anyone? Okay, keep writing. I want to. Those who write, I want to earn more, will earn more. Keep writing in the chat. Yeah, I can see your hand. I can see your expressions. You want to earn more, but writing in the chat is what gives you actually. That's how the life works. If you attend the class with the video on, if you write in the chat you want to earn more, you earn more. If you write in the chat but do not have the video on, then chances are less because you're not a person who wants to see his own face. You need help. What is your diagnosis? Probably depression. We start with now how to read this chapter. While you are managing the client, the number one priority is you. You should not miss yourself. Yeah, whether it is a competition, whether it is writing in the chat, or whether it is being happy. Yeah, you want to give happiness to your people surrounding you. You want to help people surrounding you or clients. So the number one help comes, the one who needs help is you. You are your number one client. You are your number one priority. Your emotional bank balance, your emotional status is your number one priority. When you read this book, every condition is emotional turbulence. In for every conditions, you will learn 6 things. Number one is diagnostic symptoms. Number two, medicine side effect. Number three, how to manage the clients. Number four, what are their common questions and how to answer that question. Number five, the conversation script between the client and the counselor. The script is there for every condition. What you are going to speak to the counselor. That's the best part. For different condition, different script is there. First reading and the sixth is what is a secret statement, one statement. To find that statement, you have to read the whole book. What is a secret statement you say to the client so that client comes back to you again? The follow-up statement. That is also different for most of the conditions. First time, if you're reading the book, read it like a novel, fast, without understanding, without memorizing. It is natural for psychology that everyone gets confused. You will feel that symptoms overlap so much, and 50% symptoms are overlapping here between your ears. All these good diseases, anxiety, stress, depression, they appear in you. Easy diseases, I mean, easy conditions, easy emotional turbulence. And all those horrible conditions, narcissist personality disorders, schizophrenia, they appear in your spouse. That's how the psychology game is played. It's absolutely okay. You should enjoy that. But don't diagnose anyone like that. Yeah. Don't label them unless you are involved in a fight. Yeah. Once you're involved in fight, you can say anything and everything, including them. You have a schizophrenic mother and all those things. Yeah. And you're an narcissist. All those statements you can say. The second reading, you can go slow. Okay. And the second reading also, first reading, you do not read the medicine side effect. Especially if you're not from healthcare. Even if from healthcare, I recommend not to read medicine side effect. Second reading, if you're not from healthcare, skip medicine side effect completely. Not required for you. And anywhere you don't need to remember anything. While you are learning, start applying this knowledge by helping people. The number one person who needs your help is you. Very good. You are attending the class. You are a sincere student. When the client comes to you, you take the history for the client. So there is a chapter for 11 points detailed history taking. So elaborate, very structured history taking format. You will find this is the best format. First, you ask about the client, know about the client. When client is talking, do not write the notes. Do not be stenographer. Listen, engage, ask questions. What is the number one quality of a counselor? Write down in the chat. Sudha, very good. Listening is not the number one quality. Yeah. Number one quality of a counselor is the smile. And number two quality is communication, which involves listening and talking. If you are the person just listening, and like that, mm, 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 and you do not remember a single word, or even if you remember, that conversation is the last conversation she will have with any other counselor. She will suffer, she will not come to you. You don't want that. You want a communication, a dance. Yeah? Like a friend comes to you. This is a paid friend. That's the only difference. So a friend comes to you. She talks to you. You're not listening. You are talking, communicating. Both the things are happening. And you are registering the information. So while you are registering the information, you should remember the client's name. You should know what is their short history, what is their long history, what is their story, what is their traumatic event, what is that person who has caused the trauma, the name of that person. Preferably the name of the spouse, if that person is the main villain of the plot. Some of the key people in their lives, you should remember. If you say, how's your husband? How is he behaving? Not good. But if you ask, hey, how is Manoj behaving nowadays? So she's like, oh, you remember. Very good. So you not only remember me, but you remember the spouse. She will not go to any other counselor. She will, even if she goes to other counselor, she will give a negative review and come back to you. This one quality. The first quality being the smile. So ask about their name, their education, qualification, background, their profile, what they do, what kind of job is there, how much working hours is there, how stressful is there, what is their family history. Family history is, you're not asking about whether you have diabetes or hypertension in your family. No, the family history about emotional turbulence, whether your mother has sleeping difficulty. So you cannot say whether your mother is psychotic like you. So you have to ask whether your mother also has sleeping difficulties. Does she overthink? Yeah, there is a worry problem, right? How is your father? How was the journey? Right? How was your parenting? Yeah. So you will ask which city you live in, the age. There are certain questions which you are asking in this history to build relation, to break the ice, to open the client up. There are some questions which you are going to use it as information to develop some impressions. Now, when you say that you need to open up the client, but there are always clients who will not open up, who are reserved. So what is the page number for this page? So there is a page where there is a QR code to two or three QR codes. One is to open up the reserved client, how to break the ice. The number two is how to take history for child who may not be opening up. And number three is how to open up or how to take history of a closed client. The client is closed because of so much anxiety that they are in complete shock, or the client is closed because they are depressed. Now comes the most important person in this counseling. The most important person is you. You are the most important person. So talk about yourself. Who are you? What is your name? What do you do? Yeah. How many clients you have been managing? How is the outcome of those clients? So you have to talk all those things. Then you talk about clients' emotional. Ask about what is the emotional turbulence you are facing? What is the issue you are facing? So she will like this word. Rather than saying what is a mental condition, what is a psychological condition? Yeah, everyone said that. So you are the one who is asking, what is your emotional turbulence? What is the issue you are facing? What is the difficulty? Tell me, speak up. Now, some clients will start from the journey day one of marriage. One day I got married and suddenly the trauma started. No, wait, stop. Wait. That is a cause of the trauma, yeah? So tell me, what is it going on now? What is your problem? Yeah. So your problem may be anxiety, worry, sleeplessness, difficulty, irritability, disappointment, frustration, fighting, anger, yeah, killing people, monsters, inner monster, your monster, people monster. What is your problem? Tell me. Then she comes to her senses and she says, yeah, this is my story. Yeah. So she talks about her emotional turbulence. Then you ask, basically, when you're asking the emotional turbulence, you're focusing on the symptoms. Yeah. So you're asking about the symptoms. Sometimes many of the clients, they have visited others or they do the Google. So they have come to their own diagnosis. Or they have a narcissist person in their life who has convinced them you have this diagnosis. Actually, the diagnosis is here actually. But sad story, true story. With how many of you have this true story? Blink your eyes if you had this event, this story with you. Because blink your eyes, don't write in the chat and don't raise your hand because someone in your room is watching. Oh, that someone is saying that, sir, I am that person. They are blinking their eyes. Or you are that. Focus on the symptoms, avoid labeling the client. Yeah? If the client labels themselves, tell them, no, we are not sure of this diagnosis. There has been no test conducted on you that confirms your diagnosis. It is not necessary. Maybe a narcissist, maybe a wrong, maybe unethical psychology counselor has labeled you. You were labeled wrongly. We don't know. Wait. Maybe Google has labeled you. You have labeled yourself. Okay. So there may be something else. So what is that something else? I will help you find out. And I will heal that. I will help you. Okay. So everyone is like just focusing on the label. You have this symptom and now you do diary writing that will heal you. It doesn't heal. Yeah. And someone who's depressed, she's not going to write the diary. She will buy it. Relative will buy it. Oh, you're feeling depressed? You start the gym. They will pay for the gym probably because they trust you so much, but they will not go. Joining the gym does not help. You have to work out. And not at gym, at home is better. Now you ask what are the symptoms you are facing. You can give some examples also for the symptoms. Yeah? Sad, depression, sad, anger, fear, guilt, shame, disappointment, frustration, irritability, difficulty sleeping, more eating, less eating, but whatever you are facing. Ask how your day looks like. What is your daily routine? What is your weekly routine? Typically. Then you will ask what are your trigger factors? Why you're asking the trigger factors? Because you're going to come to the root cause. So the trigger factors first is the step. So the first step is the symptoms, which is what the client is showing. Rather than calling the patient, you use the word client. So the client is showing the symptoms. Now, each symptoms, they are not always high. Sometimes there is a low and high. And sometimes there happens something, the trigger happens, that the symptoms increases. So you explain this to the client. What is the event that increases your symptoms? What is the event that increases your emotional turbulence? What is that you do not do that triggers you? What is that someone else does or you do that triggers you? So the trigger factors we are talking. So you ask the trigger factors. Now from these trigger factors, you will understand fairly the story or maybe guess some back story. Now the time to ask the backstory. So you ask the client, in the trigger factors I missed out, you will ask, you want to know about the person. Don't say directly, but through the story of the trigger factors, you want to know what is that person, what is that event, what is that situation, circumstance, or place that is causing you the trigger factors. I will take 1 more minute. I will take 3-4 more minutes. Okay. So I need to do something. But we are online. We will not leave. You read this chapter, history taking chapter from the book. 3-4 minutes, promise. Not more than 5. There are some calls in your life. Even if you're doing surgery, you should answer those calls. So I have that protocol. You want to know, listen to the story of what was the benefit of this protocol? We'll discuss that. I will tell you the story before we end. So what are your trigger factors? Whether it is person, place, circumstance, situation, talk, your action, your non-action. Okay. What is it? So you will ask the client, but you have to explain to them what is the trigger factor. So you know it very like as a reflex, but they do not know. You will ask them, what is your frequency of your symptoms? What is your frequency of your emotional turbulence? So take a month. In a month, how many days you suffer? In a week, how many days you suffer? Throughout the day. So you know the intensity. If someone says that they have these bouts of excitement and depression, you know what is a probable diagnosis. If someone says they feel normal and then there is a depression, you know what is that diagnosis. If someone says they feel depressed particular days of the month, they feel anxious, they feel angry. So you can make out. So there is a concept in psychodynamics, so which is taught in the Sunday class related to the days, how it affects you. Now comes very important part of the session, history taking. So you have understood the emotional turbulence, the symptoms. You have understood their story. You understood the trigger factors. Now is the time to know what is the trauma, the crisis, betrayal, what happened? When did it start? So the client may say 3 months, 2 months. No. There was a time once upon in your life when you were not married, you were happy. So what was the time? What incidents happened? Or when do you remember last time that you were happy? Most of the people associate their teenager as the happy life. Adolescents are the happy life. One day before the marriage as the most happy day. And that helps you to identify. Then you ask what happened during those time, during that time. Right? So whatever is the story, that story may be very insignificant for you, but you cannot invalidate that. You cannot say, no, it is so minor. You are behaving like a husband only. Then what is the use of you? Yeah? You have to accept, okay. And you understand by asking more questions. Because you are like now very inquisitive to know this person's life. So you are asking her more questions, understanding, remembering the names of people in the story, remembering the relations, remembering the place, remembering the workplace name, the company name, remembering her, what she's telling. This emotional trauma, it is the thing which you need to work on. Okay. So there is a differentiation now. Whether you are working on emotional trauma and everything further, or you are working at symptoms. So there are two options for you to choose your career path that decides your earning. Are you the one who is working at emotional trauma, triggers and symptoms, or are you the one who is working only at the symptoms? So a psychology counselor, she works at the symptoms level. She's telling the client what to do. She's talking to her. She's answering her questions, trying to resolve her anxiety. She's talking. She's listening. She's communicating. She's telling her what to do. So these are psychology counseling. Now, whether you call it clinical, whether you call it psychology counseling, counseling psychology, that's all doesn't matter so much. Anyways, in India, so this clinical psychology concept comes from other countries where the psychologist can also write medicines. In India, even if you're a clinical psychologist, even if you have PhD, MPhil or whatever, you cannot prescribe medicines. The only person who can prescribe is MBBS and MD doctor, psychiatrist. Now coming back to the point of the trauma. So this trauma can be of three types. One, where this focus now, stop writing. Good. The trauma can be of three types. Number one, trauma where it is deep buried inside. The client has forgotten. The client doesn't want it touch. The client has moved on. It's better be deep buried inside. Under the name of fancy inner child regression, past life regression, people are like, no, I just want to see what was I in the past life? Yeah, you were definitely not a princess. Yeah. Why you want to poke up that area, which is deep buried inside and you should not be touching? God has made you forget all your past traumas and experiences when you were born. Why you want to cross that border? Be happy, whatever you are in your present life. That is not going to change your destiny. That is not going to change what you want. But what will happen is emotional havoc. If you go to your past traumas, which are deep buried, either in the name of inner child regression or past life regression, you will open up your so many traumas. You will open up some memories. And that will come as flashbacks, or even without flashbacks, you will suffer anxiety and depression more. And for a lifetime, unless you get healed. And you don't know what is the level of the person who is healing you. And do you really want to get healed for the trauma you don't know you have the trauma for? Quite stupid. It's like going to a cardiac surgeon and saying that, sir, actually, there is a possibility that, 10%. I attended Sunday's class and I found out there is a 10% possibility I can have a heart attack. Can I do the bypass surgery just for fun? Seriously? Yeah, you are going through psychotic episode, ma'am. You need mental facility, not the cardiac surgery. Same way, why you want to go to the past life, why you want to go to your forgotten childhood memories and just poke up some trauma. Yeah. Life is not perfect. You are not perfect. You are going to have incidences of trauma, episodes, certain things. And you have learned to overcome certain things and move it in your life. You better move it in your life. Someone has so traumatic event, she's so afraid, and you are, as a counselor, you're opening up. Doing. Because you want to heal her completely, smoothly, perfectly. Hey, you yourself are not healed completely and perfectly, and you're trying to heal someone else. And at the cost of her money, at the cost of her emotional status, imbalance completely for lifetime. Don't earn that money. Not for it. See, life is like a piece of paper. It is not actually like a piece of paper. If it is a piece of paper, so the life, when you write on it, it still says crisp. There is no wrinkle. Wow, good. But life is not like that. Life is like a tissue paper where there are always some wrinkles. Whether you use it, you don't use it. Whether you write it, not write it. Wrinkles are already there. So the purpose of this tissue paper is to remain like this. Accept there are some wrinkles, some folds are going to be there. What is not acceptable is this crushed, crumbled, and thrown in the dustbin. Yeah, covered with the cow dung. That is not acceptable. If this is crumpled and thrown in the dustbin, you need to pick yourself up. That's a de-addiction. So you need to pick yourself up and open up it and try to uncrease some creases, iron some creases. But it will not be perfect like this paper. Yeah. It will not be perfect like this paper because it is not meant to be that. Simply because you're not an animal. A cow is happy If she gets the calf, if she's milked daily, if she's bathed daily and given the fodder daily. You are not a cow. You are a tissue paper. You are going to suffer. It is an inherent tendency. Some traumas are going to be there because you're living a life on earth surrounded by people. So some traumas, some betrayals are going to come. And you need to accept that you are creased. You are going to stay creased. What you don't want to be is crumpled. If it is that, then you need to work on that. Okay? So the first type of trauma you don't want to touch. The trauma which is deep buried, client forgotten, or client knowingly moved out. Second type of trauma is the trauma where the client is channelizing the energy. The client is using this trauma to channelize his energy or her energy to grow. Yeah. Someone was called dumb in all the schools and colleges and won the Nobel Prize, became the Einstein. Someone was called the stupid. You are so dull and stupid, and you have no creativity. Get out from the art class. And that person started the Walt Disney. Someone was unsuccessful, had multiple mental breakdowns, girlfriend left, wife left, he became the president of US. Someone was fired from every job he worked. He started multiple companies, Mark Cuban. Someone was not hired in the company because he was odd. Yeah, every interview he went and he was like, we don't think you fit in the culture, you are an odd person. So he started multiple companies. Tesla, SpaceX, PayPal, Zip, Neuralink. So there are people who are at low level, at high level. They are channelizing their channelizing their trauma and using that energy to grow in life. You were rejected by a good boy you used to love because you were fat at that time. You became supermodel. You didn't become supermodel, but you became successful. You started earning money. You are compensating it with something else. It's not necessary to compensate beauty with beauty. You were left by your girlfriend because you were not rich. So you became rich. So this trauma, you don't want to heal. That's good. How many of you have OCD and ADSD? Write down in the chat. If you have OCD, I have OCD. Write down. Whatever is your diagnosis, OCD, ADSD, write down. 10%, 20%. We are not measuring on a scale, 1 gram, 2 gram. What? OCD, OCD, OCD. OCD perfectionism. So with OCD comes perfectionism. And those who are best, they finish last. But there is one hope for you. If you have OCD, it's a gift. You want to be obsessed about something. You want to be obsessed about perfection. That's your gift. Find out what is the gift you can utilize for. What is the skill you can expand further. You may not be a good painter, but because of your OCD, you can focus on that. Good writers, good painters, good music players, top and successful, rich businessmen and women, they have the OCD. So if you have OCD, you have the gift. Yeah. What do you think that there was a light bulb and after 500 failed experiments, that light bulb started? This person definitely had the OCD. Huh? He is crazy. So if you have OCD, you can utilize for good things, or you can take up a job which requires OCD. Maybe arranging things, arranging file, or maybe something. What is not required and what is not good is you transmitting your OCD on others. You are expecting from others, hey, you have to be perfect. You are foolish. You are average. You are below average. You are failure. And you want others to be perfect. Wow. Yeah. Expecting others to arrange things particularly. You like to arrange things particularly. They like random things. They enjoy this random keeping things. That is their OCD. They feel you are awkward. You feel they are awkward. So you don't force your transfer your OCD on others. Force your OCD on others. Wives have many problems, starting from narcissist husband, schizophrenic mother-in-law, yeah, and then if you are lucky, then husband has OCD, yeah, because that is a minimum emotional turbulence he has. The if you were not unlucky, you would have schizophrenic. So be happy with the OCD. See, every husband has some emotional turbulence. Don't forget that. Obviously, wives cannot have it in their own knowledge. The diagnostic question of a schizophrenia is, yeah, you ask everything. You ask the relatives. You know the story. Then you ask the client, do you feel you have this condition? Do you feel you have this problem? A schizophrenic patient will say, no. The relatives have this problem. You have this problem, but I'm normal. How do you find whether this person has schizophrenia or not? If someone says, yes, I'm aware of these symptoms, yeah, I think, yes, I have hallucination. If someone says, I have hallucination, it means you're safe. You don't have schizophrenia. If someone says, yeah, sometimes I behave psychotic, yeah, you may be bipolar or you may be psychotic, but at least you are not schizophrenic. Saved. Life is saved at least. So there is a story in the book to represent a schizophrenic client. What is the name of the story? Who has read the book? Please write down the name of the story. Yeah, you're not read the book, you're not read that. That's why you're like, which story? Ah, I know you very well. I'm your mentor. The room with the 1000 mirrors. Hey, Pratibha is searching now. What are you doing? In exam, you will fail if you do like this. Good, you are not appearing for an exam. So when you are asked, trying to identify the emotional trauma you identified, and then you divide the emotional trauma into three types. And you tell the client, explain the client these three types of trauma so that they don't fall to unethical counselors. They don't fall victim. They don't get mislabelized. Okay. The third type of trauma is the trauma where you need to work for. So there is a trauma, there is a betrayal, there is a crisis, which is leading to symptoms because of the trigger or without triggers. The present turbulence, the present emotional turbulence is happening because of this trauma. This is a trauma you need to work on and heal on. Right? Now, to heal the trauma, there are certain steps. That is a difference between psychotherapist and psychological counselor. Psychology work counselor works at symptom. A psychotherapist will work at triggers and emotional traumas, the betrayal, the crisis, all those things, bad memories, traumatic events, traumatic memories. How do you store your images? And that's why the psychotherapist can heal the client completely and permanently. As if you are trained with psychotherapy over Sunday classes sessions, you will be able to heal the client completely and permanently. As a counselor, in the market, all the counselors, they don't know even what to talk. They don't know the script. Yeah, at least you are able to talk. You know the script. You know what are their questions and how to answer by reading this book. That skill you are developed. With this skill, you can manage the client for 1 or 2 sessions. You can probably charge 1000 rupees, 1500 rupees, depending on your market, or maybe 500 rupees. But if you do psychotherapy, you can charge the client 2500, 5000 per session. On an average, my counselors, they are charging 3500 to 5000 per session for psychotherapy and 1500 to 2500 for counseling. For psychotherapy, you will have a healing plan. You will learn how to make a healing plan. You will learn all those methods, steps to do, the method specially to do for each session for 10 healing plan session, 10 sessions healing plan. It means your earning becomes 10, 20 times more. You are healing someone completely, permanently, guaranteed. You are helping someone completely, permanently. They will not go to anywhere because you are using this methods, and these methods are copyright. The others counselor which they have gone, they do not know. So they will think you are the only one who knows these methods. They will refer other clients. Next time they have some event, they will come to you before this event gets to the turbulence to resolve this event. Now, how to resolve the event? How to resolve the trauma? How's your images? I already said. How are your images saved? How is your memory saved? Yeah. So your memories are not like the script or the letters. They are the images. Yeah? That's why when something bad happens, you get the flashbacks. If an event has occurred 6 months back and you are still getting the flashback or images of it, you are going through PTSD. You need healing for that. If an event has occurred 3 months back and you are getting dreams of it, you are going through PTSD. If an event has occurred anytime, but it is causing you emotional turbulence, you need healing. Now to heal you, there are different ways, right? Neuroplasticity, psychodynamics, experiential psychotherapy. So you want to erase traumatic memories. Using these methods, you are able to do that. These are our copyright methods, Sunday classes. Psychotherapy, certificate also you get. So you can call yourself psychotherapist. You learn how to heal someone completely permanently. You learn how to erase traumatic memories. You learn how to replace traumatic images with good images. You learn how to increase their emotional bank balance by other copyright methods. You also learn how to do neuroplasticity. So now what is neuroplasticity? Understand this concept. So all these images, all these memories, all these events, they are stored as synapses. You are reacting to a particular thing in a particular way. You have a ritual, you have a habit, you follow a particular routine because there are synapses. So these synapses, they are like a jungle, a forest, where huge trees are there, shrubs are there, small trees are there, grass, plants. Yeah. It is, if you want to create a path and you need to only remove the grass, it is very easy. Yeah. Because this trauma is fresh, or this trauma is only at a conscious level, cognitive mind. But what if the trauma is at subconscious level? The root has taken the deep. The plant is now deep rooted. It has grown to the tree. And that is where when you need heavy machineries. Yeah. You need to remove plants, you need something. You need to remove weeds, you need deweeder. You need to remove the trees, you need some equipment, some tools, some methods to deroot the plant completely, deroot the tree completely so that you can create a new path. When you create your new path, it is scientifically proven, these neurons, they will form new synapses so that when the same trigger happens, same event happens, you behave differently. Earlier, you were being like this. Your response has changed. Now your ritual has changed. So that's why it is so difficult to change your ritual. Yeah. That's why it is so difficult to change your habits. So there are copyright methods which you learn in experiential psychotherapy and psychodynamics classes, where you learned how to do all these things using different methods and tools. Now people have read in the book, many books talk about cognitive behavior therapy, right? Remember, what is cognitive behavior therapy? Just the name sounds fancy. That doesn't mean that you are going to use it on a client. Cognitive behavior therapy, as soon as you use on the client may run away. Yeah. Cognitive behavior therapy, as the name suggests, you think what you behave what you think. So we are telling the client to do certain things certain way. Yeah. Hey, but problem is that the client is emotionally compromised. The client is emotionally turbulent. They are not in their own control. They are not ready to comb their hair, bathe, take own care, find their interest in the work they are doing. They used to like. Yeah. They have the turbulence. That's why they have come to you. And you cannot tell them, you start thinking in this way, you will feel better. You have been behaving in this way, you start behaving in this way so that you will think this way. Madam, actually, I don't want to think and I don't want to behave. So it involves a very high engagement of the client, extremely motivated client, emotional turbulent. Emotionally compromised clients are not motivated to do any of these things. Imagine if you use a cognitive worksheet, cognitive behavior therapy worksheet, and you take that worksheet and say to the client, okay, this is your assignment, you go and fill it. The client is like, yes, ma'am, I will go and fill it. The client will never come back again. Will never fill also. It will not go to the home also. That will go in outside your cabin dustbin. It's so mental effort is required for that. And if you tell the client, this is your homework for this, you do this, you write this diary. You are saying this to write the diary because you don't know other things other than that. There are other things also. You are talking of cognitive because you don't know there are other things also. There are psychodynamics, experiential psychotherapy, neuroplasticity. Right? So the trauma is not trapped here. And another problem of cognitive behavior therapy is that the cognitive, if you say the person you think differently, there are cognitive barriers. So for cognitive therapy, there are cognitive barriers. These barriers are fear, guilt, shame, remorse, yeah, low self-esteem, believing that they do not deserve something good. These are the barriers, so they don't behave. So the trauma is not trapped, is stored in the cognitive function. The cognitive function is, the cognitive mind is only showing you the symptoms and it is creating the barriers to heal. What is required to be healed is your subcognitive mind, subconscious mind. So all this method, neuroplasticity, psychodynamics, experiential psychotherapy, work at subcognitive level to increase your emotional balance, to erase your traumatic memories, to replace your traumatic images with good images. So every Sunday I do the demo of these methods. So when I do the demo, you watch the demo. And when you watch this demo, the experience of watching this demo itself heals you. In today's class, how many of you are attending the Sunday class and you are getting healed? Write down in the chat, getting healed or healed completely. Those who are attending the Sunday class. Plus you get the certificate, psychotherapist. Yeah. Plus you get the opportunity to heal someone completely permanently. Plus you develop the tools, you develop your skills to earn 10 times more. Write on the chat, getting healed completely. Most of the Sunday class students are exam going. So they have the exam from 16th to 20th Feb. I hope no one is going to ask the questions. Sir, when is my exam? So what is the important topic? At this stage, if you're talking of important topic, you are going to fail here. Don't worry. You're hopeless now already. You don't know about Sunday class because you're not joined it. Yeah, that's a separate program, Ritu, my dear. Now, coming back to the history taking. Today, OCD is not happening. ADHD is not happening. So if it is ADHD, then the story will go there. But okay, I remember that I have to tell you the story of answering calls from key people in your life. Now they may have some questions. All those questions they are going to have for their condition already researched and written in the book. And you don't need to worry, how will I write the answer? How will I tell them what to answer? Answer is also there. You can tell the answer in your own language, in your own terms and own words. It is already in a good, easy, comfortable client language. Then you ask, are you taking some medicines? So is the medicine started by psychiatrist? Are you visiting the psychiatrist? So now sometimes the psychiatrists are already started medicine 2 years back. The client is still taking and not visiting there for follow-up because it is an inherent problem of psychiatric medications that the beneficial effect will start after 21 days and after a few months it will start decreasing. So what is the meaning? So your symptoms will start appearing. So to decrease the symptoms, you need to increase your medicine dose. But there is another problem. The beneficial effect started 21 days after, but the side effect started from day one. And as you increase the dose of the medicine, the side effect will increase further. So a psychiatrist, before giving you a medicine, will evaluate the benefit versus risk ratio. If they believe the benefit is good, better than the risk, they will give you the medicine. But it is your duty to visit the psychiatrist regularly, either to increase the dose or decrease the dose. Every psychiatrist will have the intention to reduce the dose over the period of time. You cannot take the medicine lifetime because of the side effects. And the beneficial effect will wean off. Serious problem. So what is the solution for you? If you're already taking medicine, continue for the time being and consult with your psychiatrist. But for permanent healing, come to me. I will heal you. If you're not taking the medicine, it's okay. We will try with the psychotherapy. We'll try with counseling. We'll try with some changes. Now, what are those changes we are talking about? So these are lifestyle changes, things, and all those things. Yeah. So for every chapter, there are 20 to 50 tips which are mentioned that you tell the client to follow. You remember 5 only. Yeah. So it's okay. You tell 5. You are average. Yeah. How many of you are average? Write on the chat. I'm average. Write on the chart those who think they are average. Being average is the best thing. If you know that you are average, you don't have over expectation from your own. People don't have expectation from you. Your perfectionism is gone. Whatever I'm doing, I will do. Whatever this is what best I get. I'm average. Yeah, the stress is gone. The fear of failure is gone. Because I'm the average, it is expected that I may fail sometime and I may succeed sometimes. But my story is going to be good. Yeah? Because I'm trying. I'm not so overconscious that I will fail only one time and succeed probably 0 or 1 time. Rather than that, I would like to play a game where I fail 90 times and succeed 10 times. That 10 is still more than 1 time. Time for the story. So this story is there mentioned in different context on the channel. The story of a strong willpower person. So that's the story. But today I will mention in the context of answering the calls. Yeah. So around Corona, my father had a heart attack and he recovered, came back home. But doctor said that because his ejection fraction is only 20%, normal is 45%. So it means heart is performing 40% only. And he may not be able to walk and climb the stairs. But out of his willpower, he used to climb the stairs every day. His room was on first floor. Go to the walk, go to the garden, 5 kilometers walk every day. Go to the market, meet people, do things every day, routine life. He survived for further 2 years. Yeah, while the doctor has said 6 months or 4 months. So it's all because of willpower. And how to increase your willpower, we will take in the next class. So there is a chapter in the book, in the new edition, which I have mentioned about this, how to increase your willpower. So coming to the point, and not going with the ADSD. So now 1 year after future, 1 year in the future, he was in the market and doing some shopping and all. Suddenly he felt unconscious. Probably it was arrhythmia. Yeah, the heart stopped, or maybe arrhythmia, not a stop, but arrhythmia is there, fluctuating heartbeat. And he went unconscious. And somehow, his phone pocket dial phone. And I answered that call. I was in the middle of something. As my protocol, this phone must be answered. So I do not answer the phone other than 10 numbers which I have added in favorite because getting so many spam calls. And if I get the calls from 4 out of these 10 people, I will answer even if I'm doing anything and everything. So I answered the call. I realized something is wrong and Papa is not speaking. Something is wrong. There is a crowd, there is a noise, and there is something wrong. I called back. Someone else answered the phone and he said, the person whose phone is this has fallen unconscious, not responding, probably dead. So I called my brother immediately. I was in Mumbai that time. I called my brother immediately and I said, this is scenario, that is the location, go right now and do the CPR. He went there, he did CPR and father revived. Came back home. Went to cardiologist. Cardiologist said everything normal, probably it was arrhythmia. So if you have some people around you, parents, wife, husband, children, even if you don't like them or you like them, or even if you had a fight with your husband today and now out of fight you want to take revenge and not answer his phone, this may be the call which will define life and death. Maybe for someone you love, maybe not your husband, because today because of the fight you want him to die, or you already said that better you die today. But it may be because someone else, a child, maybe something else, or maybe just a fight call. Even if it is a fight call, it is still worth it to answer the call at least. If it is fight call, you can end it. Yeah. And if it is important, take next steps. So that was a good story. And then came the time for intercostal device implant. Yeah. So the next time it should not happen. Yeah, doctor said next time it should not happen. So what we do, normally what happens is when the patient has arrhythmia and the patient is taken to the hospital, and then doctors will give the shock. Yeah, DC shock, so that the heart starts beating normally. That's the protocol. But now what? If the patient is outside, obviously you have 30 seconds to go to the hospital. So there is an implant, which you open up your chest, put it near the heart and connect some wires, and that implant will give the shock to the heart. It will detect that you have arrhythmia and it will give the shock. So doctor suggested that. We were all like, okay. So, but by the time this decision came, it was already the third heart attack and we were in the hospital 1 month. He was very weak. And then doctor said that we will go ahead with that. So they ordered from US that implant, and I wanted the best thing. Yeah. So, and in this, best is the better thing. So, and we prepared for the surgery. So next day surgery is lined up. So 11 p.m. in the middle, in approximately late night, I thought I should research what is this surgery about, or I should at least talk to the doctor. So I requested the surgeon, sir, can you please come and meet me? So he was kind enough to come and meet at 11 p.m. And he said, yeah, tell me. So I said, sir, can you explain what is the surgery? What are the steps you're going to do? So he said, we will cut open the chest and we will open the flaps, open the muscles, make a pocket, make a space, then put the device and then close. I'm like, no, he will not tolerate all this nonsense. Yeah, this is a risky surgery. He will not tolerate. He's already weak now. This is his third heart attack. Yeah. Now, and then I said, no, sir, I don't want to go with the surgery. So he said, oh, why? Is it like some like money issue? I said, sir, you know that I can buy your hospital. It's not the money issue. Yeah. Intercostal device is very less costly for me. 1 day earnings for me. But the thing is that he will not tolerate this surgery. He will be bedridden for 3 months. 1 week, you are saying, at the hospital, but I estimate more than that. We are already in the hospital since 1 month now. Okay. Then we are in the hospital because we need, the patient is required to be in the hospital. So he is so weak, he will not tolerate. Now, what is the decision I am making? So you understand this concept. If the implant is done, then sudden death is not there. Next time arrhythmia happens, the implant will defibrillate and no sudden death. But there is a slow death there. See, life and death is written. I have come to that conclusion. After this decision, 6 months after that, he passed away. So probably 3 months he would have been bedridden, and then probably 3 months again restricted movements or something, and confidence weakened and everything, and then he would have passed away. Doesn't want that life. Slow death is not the death, not the good idea. So I said, sir, I will go with the rapid death, sudden death for my father. So he said, like, we have never seen any patient who says like that. People come, become very emotional. They sell their house, they sell everything they have, or they take up the loan and go for the surgery. I said, yeah, but we have to understand what quality of life is. Yeah. Next 3 months better done, and then, yeah, 74 age, or moving freely. Till the last day of his life, he went to the garden, walked. Obviously, last day it was less. But he went to the garden, met his friends, went for buying groceries and vegetables, climbed downstairs, climbed upstairs one time, and then sudden death. That's the death you want. You don't want a slow, painful death where you are suffering so much, you beg to die, but people surrounding you love so much, they don't let you die. Yeah. Or you don't want to be burden on others. Or you absolutely do not want to be so much burden that people are praying when this person will die, but they don't have the courage to give you the poison because it is illegality in India. Yeah. So what kind of death you want to choose for yourself? Write on the chat. The slow death or the sudden death. Sudden death does not mean early death. Yeah. It may be at the maturity. So what death will you choose for yourself? That is the importance of making your living will. Okay. Most people, they don't make their property will also, but very, very rare scenario, they make the living will. Okay. If you need assistance for making your living will, you can take help from my legal team, legalwise.in. You can visit the website, legalwise.in, fill the form, take the help. It will be paid consultation, obviously. My lawyer will call you and they will make it. So property will is one thing. They do that also, but the living will is more important. You don't know when things will go wrong. So living will defines the criteria for you to select the quality of life you want. At what stage you want people to stop resuscitating you. Do not resuscitate order. DNR. Yeah. At what stage? When you land up in coma, what organ will fail? Brain, liver failure, kidney failure, end stage. That is a stage you decide no. Heart failure means, complete heart is gone and people are arranging money, selling their house and everything for heart transplant. Hey, what horrible. Yeah. 1 CR is already gone and the quality of life and the survival is 1 year only. For 1 year, you are buying 1 year with 1 CR. If you have 1000 CR, it's worth it. But not for anything less than 100 CR earnings. Then you can make algorithm in that. Living will defines that you have certain conditions, certain things. At that time, you want your relatives to let you go, take you home and go, right? I will tell you one other story. So many times people, they have old parents, 72, 70, 75, 80. The parents develop cancer, blood cancer, and they sell everything and they invest everything to save that person. Only for the diagnosis, 2, 3 lakhs is gone. The fish test, this test, the type of blood cancer. What is the objective of knowing type of blood cancer? Are you going to decide the treatment for this person for 70 years? And that chemotherapy itself will kill that person. What stupid. And if the person survives after this slow, painful things, torture, chemotherapy, and all those things, it will be like under hospital visits and stay in the hospital multiple times. It will be for 6 months, 6 months. And after spending and selling all your house, bring the patient back home, say goodbye at home. So you can write in the living will, you should write. Yeah. At what age, if you develop such conditions, you can. Obviously, now there is a difficult scenario. So I have an employee, a female, 32 years, married and children, was not coming for the work since 1 week or 10 days and asked some advance. So I already gave 1 month, then 2 month advance. Okay, serious problem. She did not disclose what is the problem. After 10 days, the husband came to meet me personally. I was very surprised. The husband was like, so this is a report. What to do? I need money. The report was acute lymphocytic leukemia. Very tough decision. Even if you sell your house, which they did not have, even if you sell your jewelry, the life may expand few years, few months, at the cost of compromising the quality of life, disturbing everyone. the painful chemotherapy and the risks of chemotherapy and all those things. Right? So do you want to buy 1 year, a painful 1 year with some money which you have, that is the last thing? Or you want to say goodbye at your home? This is a very tough decision you will have to take. The patient will have to take. Even if patient agrees, the relatives may not agree. What would you do if you have a relative like that? Don't write in the chat because you don't want to think also. It's so traumatic. Yeah. What would you do if it happens with you? Very tough decision. What about children? What about life? What about the dreams? What are the plannings? Yeah. What is the increment promotion? So my promotion was pending. Yeah, dear, what can I do? Yeah. So I just gave 50, 60,000 more, but I told the husband, don't spend for diagnosis. Spend for whatever she desires for happy things or something, or take her for something. Yeah, diagnosis will take another 1 lakh or 2 lakhs. And after that, don't give example of some Sonali Bendre or someone she's Sonali Bendre, she spent 10 crores already. She visited some other country where the protocols are different. You are in India. Even if you are rich, you will probably get a hospital acquired infection on the day too. Yeah. By definition, hospital acquired infection, day 3 actually, 72 hours. Yeah. Mm. You enjoyed the class? Write on the chat. How was the class? Right. Your last 1.5 hours. And, read the book. This book. And if you need a good company, if you don't have a good company, I will tell you the solution for that. If you don't have good company, yeah, who is the good company? So this book is the good company. A letter to student. It is available on Amazon, hot selling book now. So you buy this book. In this book, every page is 30 seconds. You can read, your child can read, your husband can read, your mother-in-law, father-in-law, your parents can read. And there are around 170 pages. You need to find one page. You will find one page. You will find one page that will transform your life. You will find one page that will bring tears to your eyes. You will find one page that will bring gratitude in your heart. You will find one page where you will get the vision. What is that vision that gives you peace of mind and happiness in life? Heart. The purpose of life is two: peace of mind and happiness in heart. Do whatever it takes to give this. One page will transform you. If you need a gift of this book, WhatsApp me. I will send you a gift. WhatsApp me right now, though it is beyond 5 p.m. Sir, I need the gift of this book. Right in the chat. Your 30 seconds timer will end. Tick, 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 tick. Sir, I want to read. I want the gift of letter to student. Tick, 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 tick. Done? WhatsApp. Now you go on Amazon, search by my name, Dr. Pawan Mittal, buy the book. If you are the someone who is like, no, sir, I will read the book only if you gift me, it means the responsibility for your improvement is me. No, dear. If I send you gift, you will not read because you are not invested in it. You are not committed to it. There are some students who said, sir, I want to buy, send me the link, but I sent them the gift because I knew their caliber. Yeah. Anyone who is attending the class got the gift of this book, write down the chat. You got the gift. And there are maximum of you, yes, you. Those who wrote the gifts on the WhatsApp or here, or those who thought, yes, I will write the gift. So you are the one who will never read if you get the gift because you're not ready to buy. You're not ready to invest in it. You're not ready to commit. Okay. You buy it, it's worth investment. After reading, I will give you 500 refund. Yeah, 500 as a gift, I will give you. Good idea? That's a good motivation. But I don't need to motivate you, you know. If I need to motivate you, you are a hopeless lump of clay eligible to work in Domino's. Most suitable for that job. But actually, Domino's people work very hard. Yeah, you go at Domino's, they see they are moving, kitchen, billing, taking calls, and going. You're not sufficient for that also, right? So the responsibility is you. The motivation does not come before the work. Motivation does not come by something. The motivation comes when you start working. When you start working, the motivation comes. Next class will, whenever I will take the class, or we take by rotations. So I will talk about the procrastination, the problems and the things. And there was one more thing which I missed out. You will remember, so you will remind me. Yeah, that's how you will show that you are a sincere student, attentive student. PhD students get the autograph. They get the personalized autograph, personalized greeting card, and everything they get. Yeah, the personalized gifts they give. Okay. Those who are attending the classes of exam going students, most of them are not attending today. Uh, should have attended actually. So after the exam, classes are over. Yeah. If you appear the exam, it means you have gained sufficient knowledge. And in last 6 months, 4 months, 2 months, you have not read the book, you have not get sufficient knowledge, you will not do it even if you extend your exam for 1 year. And if you need to extend the exam for 6 months, there must be so strong reason that you are ready to pay 5,000 to extend it. Like it? Huh? Some people are like, sir, I'm not ready. I want to appear for next time, August. Yes, sir, I will appear August. Okay, 5,000 payment link. No, sir, I will appear this time. You don't have any reason. Yeah. If you have read the book and you are afraid, make sure you appear the exam because you have to fight with your fears. If you have not read the book in last 6 months, you are not going to read it in next 6 months. You are still a hopeless. Yeah? But still there is a hope. You read the book one time at least. If you read one time, you score 70%. 60% is passing. If you read two times, you get 80-90%. And if you get higher score, you get the outstanding student award. Who would like to get the outstanding student award? Write in the chat. I would like to get the outstanding student award. So you have to do only one thing. Read the book. And you have to read your own book, not take from your friend Ritu. That was a serious legal trouble you put your friend into. So remember this book, either you are buying from Amazon or you are getting it in the program. This is a strictly copyright book and our business is knowledge. Yeah. So do not share the book or take the copy of the book or do not give it to a friend. You read it, I liked it. If she really wants to read it, she will buy it. She will invest it. You are no one to improve someone else. Plus, you have breached that agreement. There is a disclaimer, read the disclaimer, how much money you will have to pay if you breach that. You will have to pay with your knowledge and with 1 CR cost and the litigation which my lawyer will take care of. It's a huge cost. You don't want to get into that battle. So don't do the mistake of sharing the book and you read for the knowledge. First, you gain your own knowledge. Stupid. Yeah. Enjoyed? I also enjoyed, especially watching those smiling faces. So that elevates the day, that elevates the evening, that elevates the week. Yeah. But if you still want to elevate your life, read this book, Letter to Student. And if you want to elevate your life by removing your barriers and traumas and all those things, then attend the Sunday classes. If you want to attend the Sunday classes, you can talk to me. My timing is for anything and everything, Monday to Friday, 1 to 5 p.m. After 5 p.m., write on the chat. Visit the nearest hospital. Have a great time. See you.